I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect. So everything that she went through and what happened to her is incredibly raw every single day, and that's not me being paranoid. That's just me not wanting a repeat of the past. And if anybody else knew what I knew, be it a father, be it a husband, be it anyone, you'd probably be doing exactly what I'm doing as well.
Hey guys, so let's talk about Meghan's chart, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, and in terms of Synastry to Harry's chart. So we're going to start with Meghan's chart and see how Prince Harry's planets influence her chart. Okay, and then for the other episode, we're going to do one for Prince Harry. We know about this couple and how they've been like scrutinized by everyone, mostly the tabloids, the UK tabloids. And so today we just want to see how things will turn out. And so if we look at, by the way, it's very important to say that we are using the Vedic astrology for this one, because that's how we can explain some of the things, because the Western astrology doesn't look at things like Adma Karaka or Jara Karaka. So it's safe to use the Vedic astrology for this analysis. Okay, now we can see that Meghan Markle, the Duchess, is actually a Cancerian ascendant. Okay, and so that means she's a person who is a bit in her shell. She is like a caring person, obviously, motherly nature, with a motherly nature. She's sensitive, she's emotional, and of course she's beautiful, because this is an ascendant that is ruled by moon, and moon really makes a person's appearance look softer and beautiful. Okay, now what makes her her personality shine and her personality look so daring, look like the opposite of the moon? She, to us, so she looks so daring, so sure of herself, so out there. As you can see, the reason for that, it's because she's got Sun and Rahu there on her ascendant. What Rahu does, Rahu magnifies whichever planet it's sitting with. It changes itself, and then it just magnifies So of course, if she's got Sun on her ascendant, and her Sun is in a comfortable position because it's friendly to moon, which is obviously the lord of her ascendant. Okay, so now what Rahu tends to do, Rahu is gonna be like, okay, I'm here with the Sun. I'm here with Sun, and Sun is king, Sun is royalty, Sun is this, Sun is that. So I need to act like Sun myself. I need to act like royalty. So Rahu then just exaggerates that perspective of the Sun, or the qualities of the Sun. So that's why a lot of people don't understand Meghan Markle, and they think that she's trying to outshine everyone. She's trying to put the limelight on her, which is, is a natural thing because of the sun that is here. She has a royal planet on her ascendant, on herself. So no king will hide themselves. So it's quite normal. But now you add Rahu, which is exaggerated as well, and then boom, you have all of this uh, highly visible personality trait. Okay. Now, but what we need to look at, we need to today in this episode particularly, we need to look at what Prince Harry has done to her life. How being with Prince Harry has changed her life. Okay, so we are focusing on the planet in red. The planets in red are the planets of Prince Harry. Okay, we have superimposed already, and now we need to see how their union is like changing her life or has changed her life. All right. Now, what we see, first of all, is that Prince Harry's son, okay, son represents royalty, father, king, ego, soul, authority, and obviously value, because king is around wealth. What we see is that his son has gone to the second house of Meghan's chart. Okay, when this happens, which is all of his royalty, his power, soul has gone to this is beautiful, to the house that is naturally owned by Sun. Okay, the Leo house. Okay, and it's the second house of Meghan's chart, which represents her wealth, her material value, her principles, her family background, all of these things. Okay, now of course, obviously with this planet coming here, we can see that Prince Harry has changed the material status or the material values to the highest point. Okay, because Sun has gone straight to the house that he owns, and it is a house of money. Therefore, Meghan Markle's bank account has gone up by being with Prince Harry. Okay, now let's correct the fact that Meghan Markle has always worked for herself. So let's get it right. She's always worked for herself. She's always had her money. Okay, so it's not like she got to be with him and then all of a sudden she had money. No, she always had money. Why? How can we see this from the chart? If we look at her second house, there is Venus here. The black planets are her planets. So there is already Venus. Venus is a karaka of money. Venus is a karaka of wealth as well. So it states obviously that she's always had money. She's always been moneyed. Okay, but now being with Prince Harry, it just wow, magnified. Okay. And we can also check, because what I wanted to also mention is that a sun in Prince Harry's chart is actually his Atma Karaka. Okay, it is the planet that has their highest degree, meaning that it is representing himself, his whole life, his strengths. Okay, it is his strengths, and all of his might, all of his strength, all of his being, all of his good qualities have gone directly to the resources and the values of Duchess Meghan Markle. All right. And now I wanted to also look at Prince Harry's Dara Karaka. Okay, where has it gone? On this chart, actually, his Dara Karaka is Jupiter. Yeah, so Jupiter in his chart is the one that has the lowest degree. And when we look at Meghan's chart, Prince Harry's Jupiter has gone to the 6th house. Okay, the 6th house is a house that represents enemies. It represents conflicts. It represents challenges. It represents daily routines like the mundane parts of life. It represents work as well, but a routinous work that you do every day, same every day. Yeah, that's the 6th house. It represents food in terms of health. It represents like diet, it represents what else? Service, yeah, and the employees under you if you are self-employed. Okay. So now, here's Dara Karaka, which is a planet that represents marriage. Okay, or serious partnership in terms of today, because not everyone is really interested into getting married. But people are interested into staying together for a long time. Okay, so Dara Karaka is that planet. Okay, and now it's gone to the place of service. His planet that represents marriage has gone to the place of enemies. His planet that represents marriage has gone to the house of litigation, you guys. And obviously we've seen this. We've seen it play in front of our eyes. We are seeing it today play in front of our eyes. How after he got married with Meghan Markle, Meghan Markle is has open litigation against the UK tabloids because they lied about her, or they invaded her privacy as well when they published a private letter between her and her father. So that's litigation. Okay, just like the marriage to Prince Harry started hitting that house because his Dara Karaka is gone to that house. Okay, Meghan Markle's mental health was affected. We already saw from the interview with Oprah how they told us that Meghan Markle had suicidal thoughts, mental breakdown. Duh. It's obvious. We can see it from the analysis of of astrology, guys. This is why astrology is the best, because literally we can see what's happening just from looking at the chart. Okay, so that Tarot Karaka, which is representing the marriage, from his chart, it hit that spot of her health. Okay, but now what's best and why are they winning? Why are they winning? That's the position here. That's what we need to look at. They are winning because this is Jupiter. Okay, the Dara Karaka of Prince Harry is Jupiter. Jupiter represents positivity, good things as expansion. But of course, Jupiter must be in the right position because Jupiter is not always positive for all ascendants. Like Jupiter is not positive for a Venus a Taurus ascendant, okay, for an example. So, but now what we're looking at here is that Jupiter has gone to the sixth house, which is naturally owned in terms of the zodiac sign by Jupiter because it's Sagittarius. Okay. So the Darakaraka of Prince Harry is feeling at home in this house because it's the energy that Jupiter owns. Sagittarius. Okay. So it means that Meghan Markle will always win. Will always win litigations. Will always win against poor health. We will always win against enemies. Okay? Because of that Jupiter, the strength that she's getting from Prince Harry's Jupiter. You see? They cannot break her. They cannot win. She will win. She will overcome. Because Jupiter is here at a very comfortable place. Okay, active, very active. Because Jupiter in Sagittarius is active, okay? It's like a soldier in action, okay? Jupiter only relaxes when it gets to Pisces. But here, Jupiter is really active. So don't play. Don't play with Meghan Markle, okay? Because she's got the indicator of Prince Harry's marriage, which is Jupiter, in her side, on her side. Okay. Ooh, now, if we're looking at another critical thing that I wanted to guys to look at, is that her ascendant is actually owned by Moon. Okay, so meaning that sixth house there can like Jupiter being there cannot really harm her because Jupiter is friendly to Moon. Okay, Jupiter is loves actually. Yeah. I can't even say it. My words are like Jupiter loves Moon and supports Moon. Okay. So obviously she is bound to win against her enemies. So the enemies can just fall back at this point. Alright. Wow. Okay, what else can we look at? This is very interesting. We have a bit of time. What else? Oh, we can look at Prince Harry's Venus, of course. The planet of love, the planet of marriage. Okay, what we see is that it's gone to her third house. Okay, now it's in Virgo. Okay, in Virgo is owned by Mercury. All right, and Venus and Mercury are friends. Okay, so meaning that Prince Harry finds that his love is accepted. Okay, his love is in a good place, is in a friendly place. You know, because that's what Venus and Mercury are. They're friendly to each other. Okay, so his Venus is comfortable here. His Venus is comfortable in this place of her media that represents journalists, that represents publicity, that represents all communications actually. This house represents, our younger siblings. It also represents our neighborhood, our neighbors, and this is really a house about writing as well, literally like writing with the hand. Okay, what we know is that Meghan Markle is what has been in the publicity or in the media sphere for a long time, way before she got married with Prince Harry. Okay, she was a blogger. She's an actress, of course, we know. And she did a lot of she's doing a podcast, okay, And the podcast idea came after she got married. Why? Because Prince Harry's Venus is here now. Okay, and Venus is the character of entertainment. Venus is the character of media, guys. Okay, so Meghan is bound to keep on being in the media. Meghan is bound to keep on being in that communication area due to her third house being being supported by Prince Harry's Venus, which is the character of all of that she's doing. Okay? We can see that on by herself, she was a bit struggling because of that Saturn there. Okay? Her success in the media was definitely there because there's Jupiter there. Okay? But she was struggling a bit because she had restrictions because of that Saturn. Okay? But now, because she's with Prince Harry, and Prince Harry has joined that house with his Venus, which is best friends to Saturn. So now Saturn all of a sudden starts to feel relaxed, starts to feel balanced, starts to feel validated, starts to feel like, I don't have to be harsh anymore. I don't have to put so many restrictions anymore because my best friend is here. Okay? So it means that the marriage, this marriage, it really opened more doors for the Duchess of Meghan, the Duchess Meghan Markle. Okay, her doors have been opened wider. Okay, and what else can we look at, guys? Oh, we can, this is very important. I'm just going to use this part from the Western astrology because it's going to just blow your mind. If you're looking at that third house, it's looking at, of course, the seventh aspect, which is the ninth house. And Prince Harry's Lilith is sitting right there, opposite the media. Okay, meaning that this marriage is really, has like started a darker side of the higher belief system, they are traveling, and there's just something sinister that has started because of that Lilith. Okay, and of course we know that because their travels have been duped by the media the house opposite has been duped, like they spending too much on their flights, they spending too much on this, too much on hotels. I mean, there's just so negativity in terms of their traveling, in terms of their belief systems, because we do know now that they separated themselves from believing the same things as the royal family. So of course there's lots of negativity. Okay, that's the Lilith. The Lilith is working there. Okay, now what else can we look at? We have about 5 minutes, so we can quickly look at something else. Now we can look at Rahu of Prince Harry. Okay, his Rahu has gone straight to the 11th house of Meghan Markle's chart. Guys, 11th house is representing profits. It represents gains, you guys. It represents our wishes and our hopes, and those hopes being fulfilled. Okay? And being here, it also represents our network circles, our friendship circles, and older brothers, older sisters, like older siblings. Okay. Our friends. Wow, you guys, this is so crazy because he's Rahu coming into this house, which is owned by Venus, his best friend, it means that the network circle of Meghan Markle is amplified, has just been so amplified because of that Rahu, because that's what Rahu does. Rahu just amplifies whatever it touches, or, it just like puts this magic wand and everything just becomes big, or it looks like it's so big, it's so huge, okay? So, astrology is wonderful. Prince Harry's involvement in her life, this marriage, it's made her profits and her gains also go so big, bloom, just like that. Okay, her friends, she's gained more friends now, we can see, by being associated with or by being married to Prince Harry. Thanks to his chart, we can see that her wishes and her hopes have been, they have grown. They become big. Like now she dreams so big. She aims so high, and those hopes are being fulfilled. Okay, because that's what Rahu does. All right. But we can also see that his Chiron is also there. Okay, meaning that there is also some hurt. There are friends that are backstabbing her, and because she's married to Prince Harry, and we can see that her older siblings, they're also backstabbing her. Okay, and we do know this, all right, from the media already. We know, so we don't have to talk about it more, but we know. Okay. And Rahu represents, things that are foreign. Okay, so we can also see that there's a lot of foreigners who are also involved in, in this, in her friend circle, who can also be like backstabbing her. But we can also see that some of her hopes and wishes could also be being harmed by people represented in this house or by this house. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of things happening with her fifth house, and her fifth house is so deep that, with Ketu and Mars there, and her original Lilith. So this is what Mars, Uranus, and Ketu from Prince Harry's chart, which has joined her fifth house. There's a lot of stuff happening, guys, here, and I just don't want to talk about it. Like, let's leave it, because wow, there's just I don't want to touch this house because it also includes children, which would be her children, and I don't want to talk, stuff, let's just leave it. Okay, guys, let's just leave it. So to finish off, let's look at her fourth house, what's happened. Now, her fourth house is owned by a Venus, of course, Libra, and Prince Harry's Saturn has gone there. Okay, Saturn represents restrictions. It doesn't matter if it's in a good state, it's in a bad state. It will always represent restrictions, limitations, authority, discipline. Okay, now her being married to Prince Harry has changed her home environment, and she's gotten herself into like a home environment that has lots of rules, lots of discipline because of that Saturn there, lots of restrictions, lots of authority. Okay, we know, guys, because obviously she's married to the royal prince, so of course there's going to be security. There's like lots of rules from the security point of view, lots of rules from the value point of view, lots of rules from the cultural point of view, lots of rules from the royal point perspective, okay? And what you guys need to look at is that Saturn there came with Pluto, okay? Saturn is very comfortable here because it's in the house of Furnace, his best friend. So meaning that she can manage the rules. She can, manage the discipline that is coming with all of this marriage. All these things, she can manage it. But now, because Prince Harry's Saturn is also coming with Pluto, Pluto represents war and fight and, battles and, transformation, like hard transformations and power plays and power struggles, okay? So her being married to Prince Harry, her family environment has now became also a battlefield, has also became a platform where there's power play being played out, okay? We already know these things, but now it's just now we're looking at the chart and saying, oh well, okay, yeah, it makes sense. But guys, basically, we already know all these things now. But with this analysis, we can say, okay, wow, that's why. Haha, okay. So guys, just be gentle towards this couple. It is what it is. This is this is why we do astrology, to understand better so that we can be more patient with people, so that we can be more understanding with people. We cannot hold grudges. We cannot blame people, okay? But with understanding, we get to say, okay, that's why. Okay, that's why. Okay, that's why that's why other people think she's selfish. Okay, she's got that Rahu there. Rahu is greedy. Rahu eats. Rahu is all about me, me, me. Okay? Because Rahu and with the sun there, really it makes her focus be on herself, and it's not her fault. It's just the planets that she's born with. Okay, guys, we could talk forever, but the next episode we'll be doing Prince Harry's chart and see how him getting married to her changed his life now. Okay, guys. I'll chat to you soon. Thanks so much. That's it.